Xero was actually the first accounting software that InCorp actually adopts, and we are very happy that we did not look back since, because at the time when the accounting industry is undergoing a lot of changes, Xero was at the forefront of the technology.
The challenges Asian business faces is that I think a lot of the business owners and also the accountants do have a very traditional mindset because they have been doing things in the same way for decades.
So the challenge that we face usually is to educate our clients and letting them know that there are such new apps in the ecosystem that Xero has, and to get them on board early so that they can derive such synergies, and then they can reduce the time on less efficient tasks, and then they can focus on their business more.
Hello listeners, today we are in Singapore and we are happy to have Alton Neo, Deputy CEO of InCorp Global, here with us. And also from Xero, we have Esther Lee, who is the Partner Success Manager Asia, here with us. So of course we are a podcast that talk to businesses in Asia. So we're very happy to have them and happy to be in Singapore as well. Alton, tell us more about InCorp Global.
Sure. InCorp Global is actually a leading service provider firm in Singapore. All right, we are headquartered here, but we are also present in 8 countries. So mainly in Asia Pacific, like Hong Kong, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, India, Australia, and so on. So for us, we are actually serving many clients in Singapore, both small, medium enterprises as well as large companies. So we provide a whole suite of services ranging from incorporation, corporate secretarial, accounting, tax, and so on. So these are all the traditional services that the typical accounting firm will provide. But something different that we offer are also the up-and-coming ESG services, risk assurance, internal audit. We also do advisory services focusing more on family office, fund administration, and so on. So we can be said as a full-fledged service provider in the region.
All right, thank you for sharing that. Of course, I'm from Malaysia, so I know that InCorp also has an office
in Malaysia. KL, that's right.
All right, so moving on to Esther. So Esther, tell us more about Xero as well.
Oh, thanks, Bob. Yeah, love to share with you what Xero is about. Xero is a global cloud accounting platform. We were built from the cloud since 2006. So we're 18 years old now. We started in New Zealand and spread to Australia, UK, US, Asia. And we have offices in many different countries. We have more than 4.2 million global subscribers on our Xero platform. We are listed in the Australian Stock Exchange, and I myself is stationed in Asia region, and Singapore is our regional headquarter for Asia. So I'm very happy to be with Xero servicing more than 40 different Asian countries in the region.
Right. So my first question, right? So we try to make this, even though it's a very serious and very important topic, we try to have conversations here. So my first question for Alton is, why do you choose to work with Xero?
Okay. Hi, Bob. Thanks for being in Singapore. All right, good to see you. So for us, we have been partnering Xero for a very long time. So I know Esther many years ago, and Xero was actually the first accounting software that InCorp actually adopts, and we are very happy that we did not look back since, because at the time when the accounting industry is undergoing a lot of changes, Xero was at the forefront of the technology, bringing forward all the cloud services and then the technology, and they also have a lot of integration that a lot of other competing accounting software does not provide. So it provides additional value to our clients. So very grateful to be one of the first few partners that Xero has in Singapore.
And why do you choose specifically to work with them? Is there anything you saw?
I think it's the features, all right, and the very nice layout that Xero offers as an accounting software. So a lot of us who have used previous accounting software and so on will see that you have very dull kind of layout and so on. But Xero revolutionized this part and makes it more interesting for small and medium companies to actually do their accounting.
All right. So for Alton, right? So since we're in Singapore, right?
Yes.
So how does Xero help you with the businesses here in Singapore?
Okay, for Xero, as I mentioned, we partnered them for a very long time. And actually, Xero helps us to make a lot of seamless transactions, it actually streamlines a lot of financial tasks that our customers, our clients used to do very laboriously. So some of the very simple tasks, some of the very laborious tasks and tedious tasks have been made much easier and simpler by using Xero. So for example, we used to have a lot of documents that we need to key in manually to do data entry. But now there are certain add-ons that Xero has that make it such easier that we scan in, and through technology, we are able to get AI to actually encode and even pass those entries into Xero directly with very little human intervention.
Of course, it's like Esther mentioned, it's on the cloud as well.
Yes.
So a lot of things are digitalized and helping Singapore companies digitalize as well.
Yes, correct. So we do a lot of that. So traditionally, when in the olden days, 10, 20 years ago, right, you will see clients sending you many arch files for you whenever there's the reporting season and so on. So now gone are the days. Clients are now uploading a lot of their documents onto Google Cloud, onto Dropbox and so on. So now it has already changed. A lot of the documents are now digitized, and you can add these documents, upload them onto Xero as well. So it makes even clients who want to review the transactions, or when they go through the audit, the auditors can also look at those transactions directly from Xero accounting system.
Thank you so much, Alton. For Esther, right? So since you mentioned you are in charge of Asia, right? So what are the challenges that Asian businesses face?
Right. The challenges Asian business faces that I think a lot of the business owners and also the accountants do have a very traditional mindset because they have been doing things in the same way for decades. So only in the last, since we have like iPhone, since the use of internet, which is like really dominating the industry, that we come in as the first cloud accounting leader in Asia. So a lot of these traditional business owners, they are still like wondering like, is this safe to use? There's still a lot of questions like, is this safe? Like I'm very used to doing the things in my old ways. Like why should I change? And then so a lot of challenges really getting their mindset to get them to like adopt new things, to adopt cloud, to understand what is cloud technology, to go digitalized, to go through the transformation without all this fear. So getting the right mindset and educating them, providing the tools, providing them like say InCorp, they themselves professional firm, they have a lot of like professional accountants who can actually guide the business owner, help them to know that like, okay, this is a safe platform, very secure platform. You have all the data coming in, and you have like the professional support, and you can see the financial result right at your fingertips. So the challenge is really getting the people to adopt, to change, to use the latest, most like the best technology in the industry. Yeah.
So when it comes to using the best technology, a lot of Asian businesses, especially outside Singapore, are not so new to accounting or not digital yet. So how does Xero help with that?
We constantly like bring awareness. We always like tell our accounting and bookkeepers, our direct subscribers, yes, we are in Singapore. We always say, hey, look, Singapore with the smart nation is like positioning Singapore as the international financial hubs with big investment in transformation, digitalization, and technologies like AI. So we actually encourage a lot of Singapore SMEs and hey, come on board. We are on this journey together. So we give them the confidence, we give them the tools, we provide them with like basically anything we can think of from to just give them the confidence and the assurance that we are doing this, partnering with them, partnering with accounting firm, like supporting the direct customers, like from all different ways. We have a huge ecosystem. We have a huge community. We work with like association, with banks, with app partners, with like many community supporters to drive digitalization. To help them on board.
Thank you, Esther. So I'll move back to Alton. Just now we talked about Asia.
Yes.
Right. So specific for Singapore, what are the challenges that Singapore businesses face?
I think similar to what Esther has mentioned, all right, Singapore businesses, I think Singaporeans or even companies in Singapore, we are, I think, slightly more advantageous because we have always been using technology and we are less afraid compared to our neighboring countries because as you are aware, InCorp, we are also present in the other regional countries. So they may be more afraid, like what Esther said, to jump on new technology. But Singapore companies, they are actually, they are more gung-ho in terms of moving forward with technology. So the challenge that we face usually is to educate our clients and letting them know that there are such new apps in the ecosystem that Xero has and to get them on board early so that they can derive such synergies and then they can reduce the time on less efficient tasks and then they can focus on their business more.
Okay. Anything to add, Esther?
Alton said it really well. Yes. And yeah, that is like, yeah. We work together, we partner together. We have been on this partnership for many years, and we keep finding new ways to help the direct business. And then Xero provide always like listen to the ask. Actually, InCorp has a lot of ask, and we actually implemented the new features, and then making sure that we can serve the industry, the market better. And then whenever Xero has like new features on, especially on the compliance side, that can help to do the compliance work, roll out the compliance work faster for the accounting firm, we will be first to get like inform InCorp. And sometimes if there's beta testing, we'll get like the InCorp side to come and jump into the beta and give feedback. And then we'll just make sure that the features like suit the local market.
All right. So back to Alton again. So for Alton, right, I think with cloud, with digitalization, one of the things is, of course, being real time, right? Being fast, so that your company or the businesses in Singapore know their financial health in real time. So how does Xero help with that?
Okay, because Xero being very cloud-based, so it is designed for simplicity. So when, for example, business owners who are not trained in accounting, by logging into Xero, they are able to see on their dashboard a very simple kind of a snapshot of their business. For example, you can see your bank balance onto the Xero platform immediately when you're logged in. You can also look at which customers are owing you money for a very long time, and then you can actually chase them to collect your debts earlier. You can also know which are the suppliers you have not paid, all on the Xero platform itself. So it also provides direct integration with your banking platforms. So you don't need to log in separately onto your banking app, for example, DBS or OCBC. You can straight away just log onto Xero and you can see the available balance in your bank account. So that really helps a lot of our clients and business owners to manage their business.
And what are the sort of success stories that you have helping these Singaporean businesses?
Sure. So I think for InCorp, we have about close to 3,000 to 5,000 clients in Singapore alone. So one of the success story that we have is a health and fertility center in Singapore where we help a gynae actually to transform her business. Basically, she was on another accounting platform previously, and then we introduced her to Xero. And after that, she felt that, the game changer Xero platform has actually helped her to streamline a lot of processes, and she get the real-time insights onto the financial health and can make decisions more effectively. Another sample customer case study that I could think of was another F&B restaurant. They managed to surpass the 1 million revenue within just 1 year. And now they're very proud to have more than 4 outlets nationwide because they are able to reduce the time that they spend on the compliance tasks where we work together with them closely using the Xero platform, and they can focus more on their business.
All right, speaking about compliance, and Esther did mention that as well. So in Singapore, you have the ACRA and GST filing, right? So how does Xero help with that?
Okay. Well, I'm proud to say that our Xero platform for Singapore, we have direct filing with IRIS for the GST. So like every monthly or quarterly reporting, users can like go through to our system, GST, and click the button, and it will be filed with the IRIS side for the GST reporting. And also, one very important compliance that is coming up is the announcement by IMDA and IRIS that next year there will be a soft launch of the requirements of submitting the tax data on the e-invoicing to IRIS. So we are proud to say that Xero, as the invoice-ready solution provider, our solution will be ready by 31st March to make sure that we comply with the IRIS and IMDA requirements.
Okay, all right. And when it comes to this as well, besides compliance, also security is very important. We know a lot about data breaches nowadays and things like that. So when it comes to data security, how is Xero when it comes to that?
Oh my God, security is our top priority. Yes, very important. We ourselves also have to take a lot of training and certification. In terms of our platform, Xero uses very advanced encryption and multi-factor authentication to protect data. And also, clients' financial information is as secure as it would be with a traditional bank. So giving a lot of the business confidence to grow their business. And the other thing is we are also, Xero is also a SOC 2 certified and also ISO 27001 certified. So we comply. We are listed in Australia Stock Exchange. So we are subject to a lot of protection, data security requirements.
Okay. So back to Alton. So maybe this one is an extra question, right? So it comes to that. So for businesses looking, let's say they are new and they are starting their accounting journey, right? So what would you advise them to look out for? Like how do they choose, let's say, Xero? How do they start their journey?
Yeah. So I think for entrepreneurs, right, you always often have fresh ideas and you want to get yourself up and rolling, all right, right from day one. And a lot of the entrepreneurs, they run ahead of the business and then they often left their compliance behind. So for us, every time a new entrepreneur or a new potential client comes to us, we will always tell them that, we will take care of your back end to ensure that your compliance are taken care of so that you reduce the risk of penalties and so on, so that you can focus on your business. So we start by introducing them about Xero and we work together with them to implement Xero. So for example, an entrepreneur who has a lot of entertainment claims, who has a lot of meetings with clients and so on, can now snap and take a picture. All right, gone are the days where you need to paste the receipts on A4 paper and so on. So now you can do that with a snap of a picture and it gets uploaded directly onto the Xero platform. So that really reduces the time that they need to take to undergo all these very tedious tasks.
So we call it bookkeeping,
Yes,
old school bookkeeping as well.
Yes.
So besides doing compliance, I know entrepreneurs like myself, we always go for sale, growth.
Yeah.
And when you forgot, I need to submit tax, then we
Yes.
look into the accounting. So do you also help them to make decisions? Like you said, entertainment expenses, things like that. And do you identify growth spaces in their company?
So when we keep their compliance, compliance is just one thing, like what Bob you mentioned about bookkeeping and so on. So what we do as a value-added service as part of InCorp service offering is that we will often sit down with our clients on a very periodic basis. It can be monthly or quarterly. We review their financials such that we identify some of the pain points. We can tell them, says that cash flow being a lifeblood to a lot of SMEs, we will tell them, says that, you're not collecting fast enough. Therefore, you may find that you are in a cash-strapped situation, or you may need to pay your suppliers early to take advantage of early discounts and so on. So we will give them that kind of advice so that, the entrepreneurs will not forget about making such payments or collecting debts from their customers.
Okay, cool. And Esther, what is your advice for Singaporean and Asia Pacific businesses?
My advice for the Singapore and Asia Pacific businesses would be, competition. If you don't do anything, everyone is going to move ahead of you. So it's very important to stay ahead. Always know what is the best way, the most efficient way to help your business. So, of course, every business needs to report in the financial result. So adopt cloud accounting, use Xero, making sure that your data get into your system fast, correct, accurate, so you can have the right information. You can draw insight from your online accurate data to make big decisions, to decide whether you want to grow, you want to hold back, you want to recruit more, you want to buy more equipment. Make sure that you be ahead of others. Keep challenging yourself, keep finding new ways to get yourself ahead of the competition.
Yeah, I see a trend of digitalization across Asia as well. In Malaysia, we're doing e-invoicing and things like that. So it's very important, like you said, stay ahead, right? So that's very important.
E-invoicing, I got to add on to that for e-invoicing, Bob. I'm proud to say that Xero has been an approved Pebble-ready solution provider for e-invoicing with MDEC.
Yeah, so e-invoicing already kicked off in Malaysia, but fully across all businesses by July next.
Oh yeah, correct.
July
1st of
next year.
July, 100% all businesses have to comply with that.
Yeah, so you have a Malaysian company, of course, please contact InCorp
Yes.
Global Malaysia.
Yes.
And then, then
We'll
you
be
can
happy to help,
work with
definitely.
Xero as well.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So Xero also helps with e-invoicing across the region.
Yes. Xero is leading e-invoicing across the region. In 2021, Xero actually acquired Techstar, which is a global provider that built access point to the Pebble network for e-invoicing to transact. And for us, we established e-invoicing in New Zealand, Australia, Singapore, UK, and of course, Malaysia. In Singapore, I got to tell you the success story that for the last 2 years, Xero has the highest registration of e-invoicing registration, and also we have the highest transaction in terms of e-invoicing transaction for SMEs, for small businesses.
So back to Alton. So when it comes to if I'm a Singaporean business and I already have my own accounting system, right? So how would you help to incorporate Xero with them as well?
Okay, so if you already have an accounting system, that is good. At least you are on the step of using already an accounting system that is not using Excel or even paper-based. So we at InCorp are very good at migrating your existing accounting system data into Xero. So we work very closely with Esther. In fact, Xero provides us with a lot of support in terms of helping you to migrate, be it you from QuickBooks or be it from other accounting software, ABSS and so on. We can always help to make sure that your past data is still preserved such that you can actually make comparisons or, like what Esther mentioned, make informed decisions about your business.
And after the integration, how do you support that?
Okay, after the post-integration, we will often recommend, depending on the nature of your business. For example, if you're running an F&B business, we will recommend you a POS system, POS system. We will recommend you an inventory management system so that you can actually string all the apps together and it all gets integrated into Xero. On the other hand, if you are in a trading business that has e-commerce, we can also recommend you some e-commerce apps that can help you to capture the payment on time from your customers, such that, and it also tallies with your inventory as well. So there are many ways that we can help you to streamline your business and create more value.
Right. Thank you so much, Alton. All right. So we have talked about a lot of things today, right? From business growth to data security to compliance to staying ahead of the curve as well. So that's a final word, right? So final advice, Esther, you want to give to businesses in APAC?
Always be the best version of yourself, the best version of your business. And also there was a quote from one of the best swimmer, the quote from Michael Phelps. He was saying, if you want to be the best, you need to do something that other people aren't willing to do. On that note, it's very important that you have a goal, a plan, and a purpose, and then you just relentlessly go towards that goal. You just have to find the right tools, the tactics, surround yourself with successful business, successful partners like InCorp, in the community with you got to work with all the banks, the professional providers, app partners to make yourself really successful and making sure that you reach your goal. So very important that you always look after your goal. You think about what is your goal, what's your plan, what you want to reach, and just keep working towards that. And then people around you will see you and you will work together and everyone wins.
Right. Thank you, Esther. Alton, we've talked about so many things today. And what else would you like to share?
Okay, for SMEs considering Xero, all right, start by connecting with us and we can explore such features and expertise with our expert team. We will guide you to maximize its fullest potential by using Xero such that you can actually manage your accounts and you can drive your business growth. So it's definitely a smart investment for your business and we encourage you to speak to us today.
Right. Thank you both for taking the time today.
Thank you.